US President Donald Trump has announced that American forces, in coordination with the armed forces of Nigeria, carried out a high-level military operation in Nigeria that resulted in the killing of Abu-Bilal al-Minuki, whom he described as the second-in-command of ISIS globally and a major operational figure within the organization's international network. Well, the announcement was made through Donald Trump's Truth Social account, where he said that the mission was conducted under his direct authorization and was the result of a carefully planned and complex intelligence-driven strike targeting a key terrorist leader. According to Donald Trump, U.S. intelligence agencies had been closely tracking al-Minuki for an extended period after they reportedly went into hiding somewhere in Africa. He said that the suspect had been operating across the Sahel region, a vast and unstable belt stretching across the African continent where ISIS-linked groups have maintained an active presence despite ongoing counter-terrorism efforts. Donald Trump claimed that intelligence sources were able to continuously monitor his movements and ultimately pinpoint his location, enabling U.S. and Nigerian forces to carry out what he described as a flawless joint operation. He stated that Abu-Bilal al-Minuki, also known by aliases such as Abu Bakr ibn Muhammad ibn Ali al-Minuki and Abu Bakr Menok, had played a senior leadership role within ISIS, particularly in the Islamic State West Africa province and affiliated structures operating around the Lake Chad basin. Well, all these groups are part of a broader ISIS-linked network in Africa that is believed to coordinate attacks, recruitment and logistical support across multiple regions. And according to the earlier security assessments referenced in public reports, al-Minuki was involved in facilitating communication between different ISIS cells and contributing to the group's operational planning and funding channels. Donald Trump added that in June 2023, U.S. authorities officially designated al-Minuki as a specially designated global terrorist, citing his alleged role in supporting extremist networks and coordinating activities that pose threats to civilians and international security. He further described him as one of the most active terrorist operatives in the world, claiming that his elimination would significantly disrupt ISIS global operations and weaken its ability to coordinate attacks beyond Africa. And in his statement, Donald Trump said that the operation ensures that al-Minuki would no longer be able to terrorize the people of Africa or assist in planning attacks targeting American interests or other international objectives. He also expressed gratitude to the government of Nigeria and its armed forces for their cooperation, emphasizing that the mission was a joint effort, reflecting strong counterterrorism collaboration between the two countries. The region where al-Minuki was believed to be operating, that is the Sahel, has long been a focal point of extremist violence and insurgency. It spans across several countries and serves as a transitional zone between the Sahara Desert and the more densely populated savanna regions. And over the past decade, the area has witnessed repeated military operations by regional governments and international partners that is aimed at curbing the influence of ISIS-affiliated and other militant groups. And despite all these efforts, militant organizations have continued to adapt, exploiting weak governance, porous borders and local instability in order to sustain their operations. ISIS-linked groups in West Africa, including all those associated with the Lake Chad basin, have been particularly active in carrying out attacks on military and civilian targets. While Donald Trump's announcement portrays the operation as a significant success in the global fight against terrorism, there has been no independent confirmation from Nigerian authorities regarding the details of the strike at the time of the statement. Additionally, the Islamic State group has not issued any public response confirming or denying the death of al-Minuki. And as further information becomes available from official military and regional sources, more clarity is expected on the full scope of the operation and its broader implications for counter-terrorism efforts in West Africa and the global fight against ISIS-linked networks. Notably, U.S. President Donald Trump announced that American forces, in coordination with the armed forces of Nigeria, carried out a joint counter-terrorism operation in Nigeria that resulted in the killing of Abu-Bilal al-Minuki, who described as ISIS second-in-command globally. And the operation, according to Donald Trump, was conducted under his direct authorization after U.S. intelligence tracked al-Minuki across the Sahel region, where ISIS-linked groups remain active. And al-Minuki was reportedly a senior figure in ISIS West Africa operations and had been designated a specially designated global terrorist by the US in 2023. Donald Trump said that his removal would significantly weaken ISIS global network and prevent future attacks on civilians and US interests. However, there has been no independent confirmation from Nigerian authorities or ISIS regarding the strike at the time of the announcement. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.